All right, we're good. I mean, we're good.
All right, we got you guys in. So, I mean, first and foremost, congratulations, guys. I know that the tournament ran a little bit long today. Full apologies for that. You know, these things happen with the first 64-team tournament in Overwatch, but congratulations. You guys brought it today. Very close sets against Envy, but once again, you guys are repeat champions.
Thank you. Get used to it.
I don't know.
We played a lot better on the second match than we did the first match.
Yeah. Great story so far.
Can you just talk a little bit about how Gibraltar went in the finals there? That was one of the closest maps I've ever seen, and you guys were meters away from losing, if not feet away from losing. What do you think was really the change that brought you back on that map?
We were all falling asleep, and then we were like, we got to the third point in 2 minutes, and I was like, all right, we gotta fucking wake up, boys.
We just made that happen.
That's basically it.
That's what happened.
Simple.
That's simple.
How has it been for you guys to play on LAN, so to speak, and also all meet each other and be playing together in one room?
Me personally, it's actually less stressful playing on LAN than it is online by yourself, because you got everyone around you and you're just having fun.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No, it's sick though. Seriously.
Thought it'd be a lot different, but it's not at all.
The only thing you have to get used to really is the different elevation in your chair and desk, but you just have to practice a little bit and get used to it.
You know, I gotta say, those look like some incredibly comfortable chairs you guys are sitting here right now. Like, I'm sitting here, I was just like at that. You guys look comfortable, like you're laid back, and absolutely deserve it.
We fell asleep in these chairs earlier. Yeah, and a 3-hour wait. So,
I mean, coming into this event, I considered you guys probably the best team in the world. I think this win does solidify that. Do you guys feel that for yourself?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
number one.
Until someone beats us.
Yeah.
Does this put any pressure on you to perform on LAN going in as a favorite to Esports Arena?
I think we'll always have more pressure on us than every other team, just because we're on a win streak, we're winning everything. So I'm sure IDDQD felt the same pressure when they were winning everything too.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Envy just coming over to North America, of course, their full roster coming into the Envy house in North Carolina. Previously, you've been having to compete with Luminosity pretty much as the main opponent, and then Liquid. Now, Nubris is here in North America to give you a good run, and now you have Envy here in NA. Would you say your game versus Envy would be your closest competition now that they're in the States?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think so.
For sure.
They're considered an NA team, yeah.
And they're number 2 NA right now.
Now, what about Envy? Envy, of course, brought here today. Who on Envy gave you the most trouble over the course of the day? Obviously, picks there would be Taimu, Tailspin, but who was really causing you guys to freak out on comms and go, look, we have to stop this guy right now or we are going to lose?
I don't think there's any moments like that. It's just because it's such a teamwork reliant game that everyone on every team is doing what they need to do for the most part, so everyone's a high priority.
I think Taimu felt the strongest from my end. I don't know. I mean, everyone felt good, obviously, but if it was...
I don't know, Mercy was getting just sick reses as well.
It's a lot.
I think we're leaving Tailspin out of this too, because Tailspin was playing insanely well.
See, everyone's top priority.
So the stream does have a quick request. They want people to sort of say who you guys are because they see all you guys. They know you're C9, but they don't know who's who. So for all the people still watching over 10K, let us know who each of you guys are.
I'm Sure4, Lane Roberts, I Reddit.
I'm Kai, Kyle, whatever.
Adam, Grego,
Bet,
Reaver, Derek. Let's go!
You know, I would say it's pretty funny that Reaver's in the back with all his Widowmaker plays, almost playing Widowmaker in real life, being that far back. Oh, man.
So, Adam, me and Hex have both kind of dubbed you the MVP of this entire tournament, as well as your whole team has played this weekend, these past 2 days, rather. You really seem to have stepped up your game. You never dying as Mercy, getting all these clutch reses. Is there any way that you are thinking about these games and how you wanna play?
I don't know. It differs every game, but I have 15 years of support experience, so it comes pretty natural to me, I guess.
Do you think that support experience in WoW is what has allowed you to be so good in Overwatch?
I think it has a huge impact, yeah. I also raid led and other things in WoW too, so that helped obviously. Awareness is one of the biggest and most important things, I think, so you just need to always watch out. I'm always spotting for my team too, so just need to give them information, and in return I'll get information, and it just works out.
For those of you who don't know, these fans out there, Cloud9 does not feature any famous Quake players or any famous Team Fortress 2 players or any famous Counter-Strike players. Well, Grego, I love you and all, but no, you aren't. And these guys actually have 3 WoW guys on the roster, and Adam, Devitt, and Kai Kai. Reaver comes from Darkfall, and Surefour comes from Titanfall, among...
Whoa!
What, RuneScape? Is it RuneScape? Am I wrong?
The Kings of Dark.
You touched a nerve there.
So do you guys feel like that has helped you maybe in a bit, that you don't have these like expectations of other first-person shooter games or things that people have been labeled as other teams?
Oh yeah, it's like funny because I don't know any Quake players, like any names of Quake players, so I don't even know who plays Quake for the most part.
Body.
We've known each other for a long time too, so.
And it's not just we didn't play the same game for like 10 years. We played a multitude of different games.
Yeah,
So
tons.
it's like a ton of different learning curves, and we just picked up on things, and I think we're very malleable. So.
And there's one thing that's unfortunate about some of the games I've played that died, because I think high TTK games help a lot with tracking, because you always have to be consistent on your aim to take them down. So games like Global Agenda, Nosgoth, and Super Monday Night Combat helped with that a lot, but unfortunately no one can play them anymore because they're dead.
Well, that's an interesting thing you point out, because if you look at some of the people on Envy, most notably Tailspin, people like Coolman and others, you have a whole lot of people that sort of ran the FPS game rotation, where you had new FPS games coming out all the time. You saw the same top players in basically all of them, and none of them really got a huge fan base. But then it's sort of preparation for what we have now in Overwatch, where there's a huge following. I mean, exponentially bigger to incredible degrees over all those other games, and it's sort of paying off for you guys now.
Yep. We've all been waiting for a game like this.
LG and Liquid have kind of fallen off as maybe some of the better North American teams right now. Also, you have a pretty public, significant rivalry with LG. What do you think has been maybe the problem with these two teams in the last, I don't know, month or so?
They cut people when they lose.
Liquid. I'm not sure about LG, but Liquid I think makes too many roster changes. They can't get any like stable strategies down because they constantly have to teach new players new things.
Yeah.
That's definitely the biggest thing.
Playing the blame game when you lose does not get you anywhere.
Do you still consider LG to be a rival, or is that just more for pundits and fans and people like us to...
Whatever the fans want. It's cool. They're nice people.
We're just having
Like-
fun. I mean, we just enjoy dishing it back out. It's all video games in the end.
It is all video games in the end. Well, okay, let's go a little bit more on that. Surefour, obviously you have been in the center of a little bit of controversy the last few weeks, and we've seen a whole bunch of commentary and chat throughout this entirety of today's tournament. Now that people are seeing you as you're playing in person on LAN, with people obviously watching you, what do you think about all the, I would say, accusations of you cheating from both the public and from other pro players who are doubting what you could do?
People like to get jealous. They like to give witch hunt when they see one little particular thing. I mean, I've been shadow playing and recording all the tournament matches, and NVIDIA is going to make a montage, so you guys can look up for that. And I'm not going to say anything to the haters. I'm just going to say everything to all the people that supported me. I appreciate all of you, and I'm glad you stuck with me.
What a nice guy.
Well, I mean, it is good. I mean, I do think that this will dispel a lot of the things that are going on there. Obviously, I think you had the backing of a lot of people in the pro community, though, of course, some people were, throwing out accusations. And now you can be like, look, I was playing at LAN, at NVIDIA. They recorded everything. Well, let's stop this. Now, there will be some people who are like, well, you just put cheats in your mouse. But, I think for most people, this will dispel a lot of that.
Yeah.
Or it won't do anything, and people will continue to talk smack. That's usually how the internet is, EP. Well, I don't know about this dispelling notion. I think this first LAN is going to be pretty important, not because of that, but just setting the tone for the future. What do you guys think about the current game state of? Actually, let's talk about the game of Overwatch. What do you think about the actual game? Are hero limits needed in this era?
Yeah. At this point, I don't care.
I don't know.
Hero
There are
limits
different
is the game
opinions,
got
but yeah. Never know.
Yeah, it's a hard call.
You don't know what it'd be like with one hero limit the whole time, too.
I think we need to stop using bad rule sets first. Before we decide out.
And it could be better. It could, we don't know.
Yeah, so rule set wise, we came out in front saying, look, this is experimental. I will say this, there's multiple opinions either way. I do think that the winners finals and grand finals actually weren't that bad, the scoring method, but it still comes down to the fact that we're looking for alternatives to absolute stopwatch because Blizzard hasn't been super on board with that. Maybe in the end, even if these alternatives fail, maybe that will be the impetus to go, okay, maybe we want to relook at stopwatch. And that's the thing, because of course you pull the competitive community and they do really want stopwatch, but there are other concerns. Other concerns have been brought up by other people, and that's why we might not necessarily get that. But in the end, it's a process, and it was good to try out new things.
Well, as pro players,
even if you do get a little bit of hate for it in the end.
As pro players, do you guys want to play stopwatch, as tournaments have been thus far?
Everyone wants to play stopwatch.
Yeah, I mean, I think I like being noticed.
And the complaint of not being able to finish out maps. I mean, you see what just happened on the Bonnie. We didn't get to finish out that. What is like anything song? Like classic stopwatch is what everyone should want. If they implement a proper UI, it's what's going to be the best, like hands down.
Do you believe this is something that Blizzard needs to finally address and to implement into the game?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, some sort of UI.
You're just really trying to get him on board. You want him to sign something?
No.
Slasher is going to find the video right now and get your signatures.
I think there's a lot of spectators out there. Maybe they're just watching Overwatch for the first time, or that have been watching since the beginning of closed beta, and they still don't understand what stopwatch is, or how it works, and why this rule set had to be thought up to begin with, because of why there is no in-game in there. And I think that it's good to hear from players saying that they would like this rule set. It's not just me putting words in
I'm just
mouth.
ribbing you. I did want to ask them though. I think you guys could win in any format, in any hero limit or anything like that. I remember even back in the days when you guys kind of first bust onto the scene, it was short forward running Genji, and you could run double orb and being very successful there. Do you guys practice with a lot of things in mind that the meta could change? Do you try to really work on your versatility to have 5 or 6 heroes in your queue, in your arsenal? A lot of people thought, well, they're only good in this meta when it changes so far behind, and clearly that's not the case. Do you try to practice with that broad spectrum in mind that the game is ever changing?
For the most part, in scrims, we're just like, fuck it, let's try this. And then
Exactly, yeah.
I try out a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like
Most of
it's
a joke when we try shit. It's so early on. Like, you don't know what's the best.
I feel like we've set the meta most of the time. Most of the time, it's been us who's created the double orb, the double Winston, the double sniper Bastion. I mean, that was all us. So I don't think there was any other metas that were really super popular that everybody has been running that somebody else made up in the past 3 or 4 months.
All right, so we don't want to keep you guys all night, but so this is sort of the time now for final questions, final shouts, and all the rest. Slasher, actually, have any final things you want to ask them? And if not, the floor will be open to you guys for final shout-outs and well-earned victory celebration.
Yeah, I'll have one final question, one final comment. Well, that being, is there anything in the game that you would like to see changed right now? That would be balance of characters, and is there anything in particular you think either any of you or all of you would like to do, and or game modes, maps, etc.?
I want Widowmaker body shot to do like 125 damage, and I think D.Va should be able to move faster while she's shooting, and just more heroes.
I think Woodmaker's ultimate is good.
Yeah.
Change.
Is good. Oh, yeah. Yes, it's good.
Yeah, it's
Man.
dumb. It's
Yeah.
dumb.
So everyone agrees Widow needs to be toned down. Does McCree need to be toned down too?
Yeah. As Winston, I hate McCree. That guy's a dick.
Need more supports.
More support.
If
Definitely.
McCree's getting nerfed, either something about his splash bang or something about his right foot.
I think the right click just needs to have like follow up because the RNG kills from like mid to long range are just ridiculous. That's like the worst. Anything else?
No,
No, I mean, I don't have any final questions for you guys. You guys are fun to watch. People who want to aspire to supports or tanks or DPS, they've always got a hero on Cloud9. You guys are fun to watch, and I appreciate you hitting some good gravitons on Zarya Kai. Much appreciated.
Yeah, congrats, guys. See you guys in New York. Can't wait for you to carry me at the Alienware New York City tournament. Sounds fantastic.
but before we go, do you guys have any final words, shouts, or otherwise as we take off?
Oh, me?
I think Sherpa can handle this one.
Well, shout outs to all of Cloud9 sponsors, all of my subs. I'm probably going to get Sherlock Holmes emote.
Yeah,
Shout
man,
out to
our
man.
host right now, you know.
Yeah, well, NVIDIA 1080 is awesome.
Yep.
This has been great.
Woo!
This has been a great experience in this boot camp. It's really awesome here.
Yeah.
You guys should come down to Esports Arena too to hang out. We're all gonna be there, obviously, so should be a lot of fun.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you. Good luck this weekend in Esports Arena. I'm sure you'll have fans rooting for you across the board. And, congrats. $2,000 is yours, and we'll see you guys next time.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Have a good one.
Really.
Alrighty, that was C9. They're getting off the call here, and yeah, I mean, now they've done their shoutouts. Hex, Slasher, you guys have anything else you want to say before we wrap things up for the night?
It's almost 2 a.m. It's closing time. I'll just be brief about it. It's been a blast casting with you guys. I'm glad Overwatch is back and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. ZP, you're wonderful. You're a production magician. You carry us. You're play-by-play. Slasher, it was like we haven't gotten a cast together before. This was a great time. I enjoyed casting with you. My personal stuff is on Twitter, I'm at Hexagrams. On Twitch, I'm at Hexagrams. You should follow and watch these guys too. They're amazing. Thanks to our sponsors, Alienware. Thanks for everyone. It's so much fun to do that. I just cannot imagine life without Overwatch. So luckily, we don't have to live in that world.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to cast with you, Hex. I had a great time doing this TriCast. Great tournament overall. Congratulations to Cloud9. Good stuff from Envy and Reunited. Big thanks to the ESL crew, Jason Kaplan, Uber, and D-Man. Good to see D-Man back casting in some deathmatch games. He's probably very happy to see Reunited do well, and his Battlefield crew over there kind of makes me sad still. But that's okay. Had a great time. Good to see a lot of new fans into Overwatch esports. I think that the competitive scene has shaped up quite nicely since the launch of the game, and that esports for Overwatch has a pretty good future. Please put UI in for stopwatch.
Shout out wise, shouts to both Hex and Slasher for casting this with me. It was a long day. Hex, of course, we go way back. Slasher, we've been casting more recently. Big shouts for trying this TriCast. I think it worked out great. I will double Slasher shout out to the ESL guys. They did a great job on the secondary stream. And of course, where I'd be without thanking our sponsors, Alienware and Curse, for helping make this happen. Big shouts to them for helping to organize and making all of this a thing. Things went a little bit long today. I apologize for that. For me personally, you can follow me Twitter at TempoZP, Twitch ZP_TV. I was going to stream after the cast here tonight, but it's gone so long. I am going to get some sleep. And that about does it for me. That was Hex, that was Slasher, and we will see you guys next time for the next Alienware Monthly Melee or whatever the event might be. See you soon.